Coffee and Headlines is brought to you by the generous support of our viewers and the following community partners: Best Cord Cutting TV, Bravo's Restaurant Bar, El Rey Lounge de Versalles, Joint Boutique Hotel and Cowork, Puerto Vallarta Neurofeedback, Puerto Vallarta Owners Reps, Oculto, and Siam Cocina Thai. Thank you for your support, and thank you for supporting our community partners. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Coffee and Headlines, our morning get-together live here on Facebook. If you've lost track of time, if you have no idea what day is today, you're not alone. These holidays it's just tricky to keep track of all these things, but I'm happy to be here. I know we had a weekend, and I hope you had an amazing weekend. I had a great weekend, so it's nice to be here today. It is Monday, December 30th. We can count the hours before the year is over, but we have a full day first, today and tomorrow. As always, I have some interesting news to share with you, some updates, some corrections, and all kinds of interesting stuff, I hope. So grab a cup of coffee, grab your favorite beverage, and stick around. As always, if you have any important comments you wish to share, please feel free to add the capital letter Q to a comment so that we can have a look at it. And, oh my God. Of course, if you're watching live for the first time, we'd love to give you a nice little welcome. We can do that if you add a capital letter N to your comment. And here we go. We start, of course, with the previously announced visit of Presidenta Claudia Sheinbaum to Puerto Vallarta. She was in town to inaugurate the final stretch of the new Puerto Vallarta to Guadalajara highway. Here she is flanked by the governors of Nayarit and Jalisco. And of course, other events transpired during her visit. So we are going to summarize them here, break them down to three important announcements. First, of course, the inauguration of this highway. And I think it is important to have a little bit of history about the highway. It is worth recalling that the project was initiated during Felipe Calderón's presidential term as a way to connect the Guadalajara metropolitan area with beachfront tourism destinations in Jalisco and Nayarit. But even though the seed for the highway was planted in 2009, it wasn't until the government of President Enrique Peña Nieto that the project actually advanced. In December of 2010, when one of the Ameca River bridges collapsed, the announcement of a new highway was made by then Minister of Transportation Juan Francisco Molinar. And it was in 2018 that Peña Nieto inaugurated the first stretch from Jala to Compostela. But unfortunately, ongoing problems with the construction companies, along with land access rights, delayed the project considerably. And it was during the government of Andrés López Obrador between 2018 and 2024 that the project began again after former President López Obrador gave the construction company an ultimatum. A little stretch from Las Varas to El Monteón opened in 2021, but that was it. By March of this year, the stretch from Compostela to Las Varas, otherwise known as the Curves stretch, which is the hairiest and most complicated stretch, was inaugurated, decreasing time traveled significantly and approaching us to the final stretch, which was just inaugurated by Sheinbaum after 4 presidential administrations. So that's crazy. 4 presidential administrations is a long time to wait for a new construction project, but that's the way it went. Of course, we know that the inauguration is symbolic because there are still some aspects of the highway that need to be completed, and for that matter, people are already using it. But here's another important announcement made by Sheinbaum. She announced that the Federación Bridge, which connects San Vicente in Bahía de Banderas with Ixtapa in Puerto Vallarta, will actually be concluded in 2025. The bridge, however, will be renamed to the Amado Nervo Bridge, and this is in honor of the late Nayarit born poet, Amado Nervo. We'll talk about Amado Nervo one of these days. There were other agreements made between Claudia Sheinbaum and Jalisco Governor Pablo Lemus, but we're not going to get into those just yet because they don't apply to us here in Puerto Vallarta. But I'll keep you posted moving forward. In other news, the garbage collection schedule has been modified again, and Banderas News has published a complete breakdown in English. And as usual, I will include the link in the show notes for you to consider. Again, I'm glad that they're trying to make this work. And if it takes several trials, then so be it. I'll look forward to our city when the trash problem has been normalized. Now, some days ago, we announced the creation of a new management tier for the city of Puerto Vallarta with the implementation of so-called city managers. Now we know, thanks to new statements made by Mayor Munguia, that there will be 5 new dependencies or 5 new managers. And the names of these individuals will be tentatively announced on January the 7th. So we'll keep track on this one and we'll see what comes out of that. Meanwhile, boom, 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 weather. Yes, let's take a look at what's going on out there. It's been so cold. My goodness. It is 22 degrees right now. Our humidity is at 64%. And snarky weather pays tribute to the late American president, Jimmy Carter. And our weather forecast for today says that we are going to have a humid day with clear skies throughout the day with a high of 26 and a low of 14. Then tomorrow, mostly cloudy skies in the morning with mostly clear skies in the afternoon with a high of 26 and a low of 15. Finally, Wednesday, January 1st, we'll have mostly clear skies throughout the day with a high of 26 and a low of 15. Now, before we continue, I have a small mini love letter to one of our community partners, and that would be Best Cutting TV, BCC TV. This is our dear friend Todd and his cord cutting television solutions. Todd has been a friend of mine for some time, and I have been the owner of one of his sticks to watch all kinds of television for some time. I was experiencing some problems, but I want to tell you that Todd fixed me up so quickly, it's not even funny. I wanted to make sure that I had access to his services during the New Year's Eve weekend or the time off that we're going to spend. So I know that there are other people out there offering similar services. I just want to vouch for Todd and his Best Cord Cutting TV service. If you haven't considered him, again, he is one of our community partners, and I am so grateful to you, Todd, for setting me up over the weekend, and thank you. I also want to make sure that I let you know that I went on a cut and paste frenzy on Saturday, and when I announced that we were almost full when it comes to the spotlight, I failed to realize that I have mentioned some people twice. January is indeed full, but in February, we still have the final week. We have 2 spots available. So if you would like to join us on the spotlight, it's a free way to promote your product, your services, your shows, your new restaurant, your new business, or whatever it is that you think we should be connecting with. We're happy to learn more about it. And then what else do I have? This is just a reminder that today is that afternoon sale at the new farmers market. that we mentioned, and I don't know if you can hear, but the trash collection bell is happening. I can hear them. Yay. Anyhow, if you're around the municipal stadium this afternoon, this holiday sale will take place at the new Vallarta Farmers Market from 4 p.m. to 11 p.m. I also want to remind you of this early New Year's Eve dinner that is being offered by El Rey Lounge de Versalles. And this is followed by a fabulous first time ever new street party for New Year's Eve, which will take over one block of Calle España in Colonia Versalles. This starts at 9 p.m. tomorrow with mariachi band, a set with a DJ, food, and drinks. Also, unrelated, but I know I'm not the only one out there that loves to binge when we have time off. Apple TV has announced a free weekend from Saturday, January 4th to Sunday, January 5th, providing its full catalog with no subscription fee. I'm not sure whether this offer applies only to the United States or if it is available worldwide, but hey, I know I'm not the only one here watching great television series. There's great stuff on TV Plus, so check it out. Um, just because I can, I also want to let you know that I stopped by Soriana yesterday afternoon and to buy some groceries. And just in case you thought I was kidding with this ritual that we have in Mexico to wear certain colored underwear for New Year's Eve, I was not kidding. So if you need to get your red panties or undies for lots of love and passion, or if you need to get the yellow ones for lots of money and success, you can find them at Soriana and I'm sure other department stores as well. And I think that deserves boom, boom, one of those. And last but not least, just because some of you asked, this was my Christmas project. I put together a kind friend from Coffee and Headlines gave me some yarn a few days before Christmas, and I got excited because I saw some of my favorite colors. And what do you know? Between December 24th and 5th, primarily, I put together a new blankie for myself. And I quickly gave it away. So it's a good thing that I know where this came from, and we have enough tools and technology to make more. I love it. I love it. David, this is the first comment that I saw. David says, "Can I get a red and yellow combo?" I don't see why not. You could wear one on top of the other for extra support. I'm sure you're not the first to come up with that idea. Let's see what. Oh, speak of the devil, Todd. Thank you. Thank you so much. In fact, as long as you're here, I have to tell my whole adventure because my movie of choice over the weekend was oh my God, what was it called? The Wild Robot. Oh my God, it was animated. It was great. It was beautiful. And I watched it and it was heavenly. And I was the happiest person. Thank you, Todd, for giving my television stick a little bit of love. And now, continuing, let's see. Lots of good mornings. Thank you so very much. Pum 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 pum. Aha. Yay, had to shut the windows last night, says Albert. You know, there are so many people that I know that don't have windows, some of them by choice, and others because the architecture here in town lends itself to a windowless environment in some cases. So I feel for all my friends that don't have windows. And I know there's a few of us out there. Just stay warm and hopefully things will get less cold in the coming days. Let's see what else we have. One more sleep for Barbara. Good for you. You were on the other side of the world, friend. And I'm sure you had a great time. Pum 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 beep beep bum. What? Sue and I were within 25 feet away from La Presidenta while she did her thing at the Deportiva in Bucerias. Good for you. That's wonderful. Kathy endorses. We signed up with Best Cord Cutting TV because of its sponsorship of your program. That's good to know. Thank you very much. Another happy customer. Yay for Todd Friedman and Best Cord Cutting TV. I've been a happy customer for years. I love it. And another endorsement from Logan. Hi, Muffin. I sent you an email message this morning. Check it out. Let's see. Jess highly recommends Shrinking on Apple TV. I highly recommend. And Severance. Severance is amazing. The Silo is just amazing. Those are like series that I'm totally immersed in right now. Anyone know where I can find red and yellow striped underwear? Honey, just wear one on top of the other for extra support. Let's see. I remember, Albert, your previous apartment had no windows. And it's funny. There's a lot of apartments in town that just don't have windows, which seems to be okay until we get this kind of weather or until we get threats of tornadoes. I mean, not tornadoes, hurricanes, which is not fun to get. And this, my friends, brings us to the end of this morning's broadcast. Tomorrow, we'll be back for New Year's Eve broadcast. We'll continue to collect the news. But then, of course, on New Year's Day, we will be resting and binging on TV. And I hope you are too. I really hope you will have a wonderful celebration wherever you are. But we'll get together tomorrow morning again, if you're watching. But between now and then, thank you again for all your love, for all your support. And I'll see you tomorrow morning. Take care.